Chennai, it has been submerged, but the question is, was this a result of a freak natural disaster or was it more? Enough and more experts who study town planning have established that while the rains exceeded anything that the southern capital has seen in over 100 years, it was simply not the big reason why the city got drowned in. This disaster was man-made and a result of haphazard construction along banks of lakes and over drainage channels which allow rainwater to get out of the city. TK Smitha finds out whether this human and property disaster has washed away the faith people have in Chennai's real estate.
For over a week, the Ramakrishnans just couldn't step into their house. Their house, surrounded by knee-deep waters, they've taken refuge in a hotel. When the flood struck, the city's stormwater drains just collapsed, unable to take the rains and the discharge from the lakes. The result? Sewage entered their home at the posh Veerappa Nagar in North Chennai. Like them, at least 250 families have abandoned their homes in the neighborhood.
The water from outside, the road water, which is rainwater, was mixing with the drainage water. It was coming in. So the minute it started coming in, I started, safeguarding whatever was on the ground level. I started putting them on the cords. How many properties can I safeguard within a half an hour span? Because the waters are raising and, I was just trying to pack up and, send my seniors and my family outside.
Many call it a man-made disaster, exposing the unplanned urban development over the decades. For instance, the city has over 1.5 lakh illegal structures, built over 300 water bodies. Lowlands have turned into concrete jungles with absolutely no stormwater drains. Worse, the CMDA that approves construction has no urban planner, not even guidelines on building stormwater drains. Experts say an urban planner is the need of the hour.
It's urban planning which is of critical importance today, simply because an architect can design only what is within the boundary wall of the project. But as an urban planner, you need to really plan the waterways, the physical road infrastructure. So in urban planning, you need to make sure that there is this involved with the architect. So they plan the holistic development.
For many residents, their dream homes turned into cesspools. In areas like Pallikarne, Tambaram, Velacheri and Perumbakam, many had to take boats to save their lives. And sales teams of developers, including Sare Homes, got into boats and distributed essentials to the affected people. Developers too claim they've incurred losses. The floods washed away construction material besides damaging equipment.
The only effect was that the lifts were not operational for one day because the lift wells had water in them. So they had to be cleaned once the rains, the backflow happened. Work has been held up, and mainly because of labor hutments getting affected and the labor moving out. I would reckon that the total delay would be about 2 months.
500 apartments were sold every quarter this year. Experts had estimated sale of 20,000 to 22,000 apartments by the end of 2015. The recent rains say it will bring it down by at least 20%. Clearly, buying a property doesn't seem to be a priority for people in Chennai right now. Experts are hoping that the Pongal season in the new year would help improve sentiments. In Chennai, with camera person Edwin, Smitha TK for NDTV.
All right, we can only hope and pray that Chennai as a city restores back to its glory sooner than later.